I'm actually curious. There's not the only big game happening at the stadium this week is the West Final. It's also going to be Oak Park
Yeah,
tomorrow
tomorrow.
night. Are you
Yeah,
going to be going?
I already know, man. Yeah, I'm gonna try and swing by here and catch the game. Obviously, big game for the Raiders, and yeah, hopefully another championship for the legacy of that great program. So, yeah, two big games coming up at Princess Auto Stadium.
Are you still pretty involved with Oak Park? What they do you keep in touch with those guys still pretty?
They have me in like an alumni group chat, a WhatsApp group chat that the coaches
Okay.
made, and like their board. So I still keep up to date on the program. What they need help with, how I can support from afar. So yeah, definitely. That's a program that did a lot for me. Obviously, when I was in high school, they've done a lot for obviously other players as well. They have a very good track record of being a very dominant high school football program, and then having guys go on and playing at the next level of college, and then in the pros. So yeah, however I can support, I always try to support the boys.
Last thing, any words of wisdom or advice for those young boys who are about to go out and play that game tomorrow?
Yeah, I remember my provincial championship here at the stadium. We beat St. Paul's in the AAA championship, and it's a game that you'll never forget. I'm in my fifth or sixth year pro, and I always will remember that game. So, word of advice for the kids playing tomorrow: it's enjoy and embrace every single moment, because I promise you, 10 years, 15 years down the road, you'll always remember that game.
Since we're talking about Oak Park, Brady, just wondering what you think of their numbers this season. Crazy offensive and defensive numbers, high and low.
Yeah, I saw something on social media yesterday about their quarterback, just the amount of yards he's been throwing, and I heard one of the teams had to forfeit. So if he would have played that game too, they would have been even crazier. So yeah, they've and then points, like no points scored on their defense. It's yeah they. I thought there was great teams obviously in the past at Oak Park. Nick was on some pretty good teams. I was on some pretty good teams, but it seems like this is like the team of the century for the Oak Park Raiders. It really looks like they have everyone on that team. So hopefully they can cap it off though with a victory tomorrow night and get a championship.
Been asked to go into the dressing room to give words of encouragement by the coach?
I haven't this year. I have in the past. I've gone back to the school. I've chatted to the football team and gave them some words of wisdom. But I think I'll just be a spectator tomorrow night and cheering them, and hopefully they can get a big win.
To your game, your team's game, Brady, since Saskatchewan lost back-to-back to you guys, they've gone, including the playoff game last week, 6-1. Just wondering, what do you guys notice most in breaking down film in preparation for them this week?
Yeah, they're playing very well right now. I think you can say the same thing about our team as well, though. So everyone knows the way that we started the season, but I think we've been getting hot at the right time. And you can say the same thing about their squad as well. They're playing some really good football right now, and this is why both of us are in this game coming up on Saturday. We've both earned the right to play in the West Final. We're two of the best teams in the West, and we're going to go out there and fight it out and see who gets top spot and moves on to the Grey Cup. So I'm really looking forward to it. They're playing really good football right now. Their defense flies around. They get turnovers, so that's obviously a key point of emphasis this week is to take care of the football, play clean game, and don't give them opportunities to get takeaways. And I think if we do that, and play our style of football, we'll be all right.
Considering how tough they have been against you, like tough against the run, what is, I guess, the tipping point for you that you want to do best to try to get your part of the game going to give yourselves the edge?
Yeah, obviously, I want to do my part. I owe it to my teammates to go out there and give them all, like I have been every single week of this season. But yeah, it's going to start up front. Obviously with the offensive line and myself, it's going to start with us to get this game going and to kind of determine how we want this thing to play out. We know they got a great defense, they got a great defensive line, great linebackers, and they're tough against the run. But there's still other ways to attack defenses. Obviously we want to run the ball, but we can still attack them in other ways. Watching tape this week, there's lots of holes on that defense that I think we can attack, and whether that's me running the ball, me catching the ball at the backfield. I know it's important to get me involved in this game because I know as we do that, I think good things will come from that.
Describe the feeling within this dressing room. Just from having gone to 4 straight Grey Cups, when you get to this stage of the season, Brady, like West Final, how does this feeling this year compare to previous years where you guys are getting to this stage?
Yeah, obviously this is a goal of ours from when we start the beginning of training camp. We know what this team's capable of. We know what we've done the last number of years. So it's a very high standard that we have here in this locker room. It's getting to a West Final, hosting a West Final, and then getting to a Grey Cup. So I think there's lots of confidence right now in this locker room. Being where we are right now, obviously at the same point last year and the last number of years. So obviously it's very familiar to lots of us in this locker room, but we've earned it. We've worked extremely hard all season, and we faced a ton of adversity. We went through a lot of hardship, trials and tribulations, and we just continue to love on one another, believe in this thing that we got going on in this locker room, and to grind it out and really embrace those tough times to get where we want to be at the end of the year, and that's playing in a West Final at home and understanding that we win one more game and we go to the Grey Cup. So there's lots of confidence now in this locker room. I like the week of prep that we've been having. Guys are dialed and locked in, and now we just got to go out there and execute on game day and play at a very high level, play fast, play physical, and go get the job done.
I wonder if the weather sounds like it's gonna be great. What if that takes some maybe heat off of having to grind out the run game and opens up the basketball?
Yeah, obviously I would prefer it to be a little less chillier out there, maybe some snow. It's playoff football, but it's going to be great weather for the fans out there. And then when you look at the weather for just the overall play of the game, I mean, there's no excuse for there to be no pass game, I guess, on both sides, and run game. I think there's no weather to really be a circumstance for any of that. So it's going to be great weather, and I'm really looking forward to it. But like I said, I wish maybe a little bit colder, pound the ball a little bit more when it's cold, but it's all good. It's going to be great weather, great for the fans.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.